in light of Egypt's recent aid delivery to Lebanon, how does this assistance address the immediate needs of the affected populations? And what role might Egypt play in stabilizing the situation in Lebanon?
It's clear that the Arab countries play a major role in the ceasefire because they cannot leave Lebanon face this alone. Lebanon depends on the Arab group. It's clear that in the Security Council there's a big role played by the representative of Arabs in the Security Council, which is the Algeria delegation that exerts great effort in this regard. So it's required from the Arab group in Security Council, who had a situation taken at the beginning of the crisis. They have to contribute into reaching a ceasefire, as what happened in 2006, where the Arab group played an important role. I think this is required today.
Now, how has the role of Egypt been supporting Lebanon? I'm not talking just economically or mentioned the Committee of Five that has been facing domestically. How do you see that, and how do you see Egypt's role in that?
A party committee that moves to make the presidential election succeed. The Egyptian ambassador moves very effectively in Lebanon. I think the Egyptian role in this regard is very major and important, next to Saudi Arabia's role, in addition to Qatar's role. Through this group, there is a clear movement in order to make this course succeed, to make an approach in the points of views and secure the election of the president of the state, either through dialogue or consensus. I think that this committee phrased its work during this war. However, the ambassador, especially the Egyptian ambassador Ala Moussa, moves actively in this phase with all the political parties in Lebanon.
And what do you think is going or needs to be done in the coming days, in the coming months, to support Lebanon politically and eventually economically, especially facing the current crisis and the current challenges?
I believe that Lebanon, in the first place, needs a ceasefire and the end of this war. Then there should be a dialogue on the election of the president of the state, who should be any president that everyone agrees on. He should get the agreement from all the parliamentary and political blocs and the major actors. At the economic level, I think next Thursday, which is in a week, there will be a conference to support Lebanon economically. This conference was initiated by France. Today there was another worth mentioning stance, which is a call for supporting the Lebanese army in this conference. I think there will be a great Arab attendance in this conference, and they will play an important role in providing aid politically or economically. In the light of the Arab group and the international group, they would play a more important role, especially by Egypt.
Okay, let's talk more about the current challenges right now. How do you think the volume of casualties reflect the broader humanitarian crisis unfolding in the region? And how do you think it's going to impact the region as a whole?
Doubtlessly, Israel launches a systematic destructive war that hits the economy and destroys the residential buildings in a very catastrophic way. Over the past 24 hours, I think Israel bombed the market of Nabatea, which is a major city in the south. They also bombed another market in Qana. During this bombing, a big number of innocent people and victims fell down. They also bombed another small city by the borders, so they destroy. And this destruction will have lots of repercussions. In addition, they imposed on all the residents of the south to leave the south, and 1/3 of the residents of Lebanon are now displaced outside of their houses and cities, which also has lots of implications on Lebanon, especially when most of those people return to their houses and their cities, and they will find out that their houses are destroyed. And if the houses are not destroyed, they will not be suitable for living in, which will be a great crisis. But everyone now sees that the priority is the ceasefire, then tackling the rest of the issues.